Mighty Men of God, Dr. Joe here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by helping them win at what matters most, It even frustrates them most as husbands, fathers, and spiritual leaders of their home, so we can help them become the hero of their homes. Guys, welcome to the Real Men Ride Along. Boy, I tell you, did not plan to shoot this one. As I'm in the car talking to you, I don't know when it's going to be released or when you're going to see it. But I was home today. This is not even well, I guess it is a lesson. But I felt that since it's fresh in my mind, it doesn't happen a lot. Guys, don't do what I'm about to do right now. I figured I'd do this while, it is fresh. I'm talking about like 2-3 minutes ago. My wife gave me my daughter gave me a call that my wife had left her cell phone at the house. And you guys have done that before. You leave your cell phone and you feel like you're naked without your cell phone. So I asked my daughter, are you coming to get her phone or do you want me to go drop it off? My wife runs a fitness gym. And she said, no, Mommy wants you to bring it. So, okay, as soon as I get out of my prayer time, I'll come do it. So I'm realizing that I know how stressful it is not to have your phone. So I didn't plan on leaving the house. So I'm kind of rushing real quick to get everything she needs, to get her phone, to grab everything so I can just quickly go drop off her phone and come back home so I can go back to work and start work. Well, I get into the car and I'm driving down my road that I normally do. And we live on this like country road, off this country road that's only 2 lanes. And as soon as I come, I notice that there's an ambulance sitting there in the middle of the road. So I slow down because I don't want to run into this emergency vehicle. So I slow down, no big deal. I wasn't speeding or anything. But as soon as I slow down to get behind the ambulance, a cop car is coming out of the same place. So I want you to imagine a 2-lane road, one going one way, one going the other way. And so it's the ambulance, it's me, and then there's the cop behind me. So as you can see my pigmentation, I'm a black man. So it's just one of those things. My wife's alarm is going off. That's what I mean. I got her phone right here. I'm telling you, this just happened. And so I can't wait to give her this phone. This phone has been going off every like 30 minutes. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so of course, I get nervous. I grew up in the hood, so I get nervous when, I'm around cops or when I see cops. Even though I know I'm innocent, I just get nervous because of past experience. But I digress. So I'm a little bit tense, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm not speeding. So, okay, and I see the sign behind the ambulance that says, stay 300 feet away. I don't know if you even noticed that on the back of their cars, but it says stay 300, their vehicles, it says stay 300 feet. So I'm staying 300 feet away. And so everything's going in my head. I say, I'm following, I'm not breaking the law. Then all of a sudden it hits me that, no, I'm not breaking the law, but I forgot something when I rushed and left the house. Guess what that was? My doggone driver's license. I'm like, Joe, you idiot. Now I'm nervous. I said, well, I don't have my driver's license. Boy, if they stop me now, I'm in deep you know what, right? So I'm thinking, well, don't do anything to get stopped. You're not going to get stopped, Joe. You're good. They won't ever know you didn't have your driver's license. So I'm staying 300 feet behind the emergency vehicle. I'm driving below the speed limit, or at least right at it. I am doing everything copacetic, right? As soon as we get to the first stop sign, because we're on this long country road, the lights go on in the vehicle for the cop. I'm like, Lord help me, Jesus. I'm like, what? What did I do? I didn't do anything. Well, why am I getting pulled over? Now my tension and my thing is, my blood pressure is going up. And I'm thinking, then all of a sudden I get a panic attack because I also remembered that guess what? My tag is expired. Oh, Lord have mercy. I've been putting it off, procrastinating by going to get my tag renewed because I didn't want to go to DMV. I'm thinking, I know maybe that's what they're pulling me over So I pull into this gas station. Do the protocol, put my hands on the steering wheel because I don't want any trouble. But I'm thinking, my tag is expired. You follow me on this? No driver's license. And I'm black. And I'm like, oh Lord, help me, Jesus. So, the cop is a lady. She pulls me over. And there's another cop pulls up right behind her. I'm like, now 2 cops, really? And I'm thinking, now, forgot to mention, let me put this in context to you also. My wife is an ex-cop, all right? My wife is an ex-cop. So I don't have anything against our law enforcement. Matter of fact, I pray for them. And so my wife was a sergeant in the Chattanooga Police Department. So, but I don't say, I'm not saying a word about that. I'm not saying anything. So as soon as I pull over, I don't even open my mouth. Because I'm like, I'm not going to incriminate myself. I'm going to see what they're going to say. So the cop pulls me over. She says, I pulled you over because you know you have expired tag on your car. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm aware of that, and I'm sorry for that. And she says, it says, I had to pull you over because your expired tag. Because your tag says no excuse on the back of it. For those who know me, I have one of those vanity tags that says no excuse on the back of it. And I've had it for over 20 years. It's my tag for me to be self-disciplined, to be faithful, to accept responsibility, to man up, and now it was gonna cost me. And so she says, and she's laughing. I had to pull you over because you know your tag, and she keeps reminding me, I know my tag has no excuse on the back of it. She said, I had to pull you over. It had no excuse, and your tag expired. He said, just let me see your license and registration. Ouch. I said, and my wife's phone is sitting on the passenger seat. I said, ma'am, in my rush to take my wife her cell phone, and I point at the cell phone on my seat, I said, I forgot to bring my license. And she just starts laughing. She said, do you have your registration? I said, yes, ma'am. And I give her my registration slowly. I give my registration. She says, let me go check this out. So she goes check it out and everything like that. She gets my date of birth. She comes back and she says, she gives me a citation. It's just a warning. She says, here you go. I'm giving this to you in case you get pulled over again. You got to go get your tags renewed. And I'm going to get it done this week. I'm talking about maybe try to get it done today. But so she says, just take, but if you get pulled over again, show them this, that you were given a warning about it and you're going to take care of it. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, ma'am, before you leave, I said, I was on my way to take my wife her phone. Should I go back home and get my wallet? Or should I go and just let her wait and take her phone to her later? Or should I take her phone now? And she looks at you and says, go ahead and take her phone. You got the citation. You'll have it if you get pulled over or anything. But no, don't. Go ahead and take her phone. I said, well, thank you, ma'am. And she went back into her car and she left. So what's the point of me sending you this? What is the point of me showing you this on the Real Men Ride Along? Grace and mercy. Grace and mercy. Guys, we can complain all we want to about what's going on in society, about Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. Fathers matter. Faithful fathers matter. Men matter. Everybody matters. And we know certain people are marginalized and overlooked and even victimized. But that's not the point. No matter who you are, no matter what your affliction is, no matter what you've been through, no matter what your history and your trauma has been, we're all in need of mercy and grace. We all want justice. We all want justice, and we should. But when we stand before the Father, sometimes, well, I can tell you when you stand before the Father, you're never going to ask for justice. Because you do not. I know I'm speaking for myself. I don't want what I deserve. When I stand before an almighty God, I'm going to ask for grace and mercy. I don't know about you. So I thank God. And while that woman was going back to that car, I was praying. I said, God, if it is your will, I need some grace and mercy today. And that woman gave me grace and mercy today. And it wasn't her, it was the God working through her. And I thank God for it. I don't even know if she was a believer. I should have witnessed to her. But I did say thank you, Jesus. I don't know if that helped. But we all need grace and mercy. And I'm hoping that this was a reminder that you need it every day, because I needed it today. So if it has blessed you, please share with another brother who may be in need of some grace and mercy today as well. Remember, we're males by birth, but we are men by choice. So each and every day, choose to be the man that God has called and created you to be, because a male is a terrible, terrible thing to waste. So stay strong, stay blessed, stay safe, but most of all, stay in God's grip, all right? Because I needed that grace and that mercy today. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.